Hey guys, welcome back to FIFA 23 Parma Korea mode, and here we are, big episode ahead of you guys, having Inter Milan at home for the cup competition, and also in the league as well. Currently, I think they're sitting at first or second place at the moment, so it's going to be a tough game. I think they're still unbeaten in the league at the moment, but also we have the second leg of the Champions League quarterfinal against Spurs. Again, this is going to be quite of an episode. I think having against Inter Milan twice in a row, back to back competition, different competition as well, and also follow up by a Champions League quarterfinal. The second leg, of course. In the first leg, we lost 1-0, I believe. I think Son scoring the first goal. That was about it in that game. But it is going to be a tough game. Not gonna lie. I mean, this kind of game, like Empoli, it's a game where I can put on reserves, I can put on youngster and play the game, but at the same time, I still need to put on some of our strong starting 11 because, well, you know what? I of course don't want to lose the momentum as well, but this is the important of the game. Having both Nancy, Pellegrini, for example, our main players, main starting 11 players into the squad. They will, of course, giving you certain impacts towards the end of the game, and that's how we won the game actually in the last 3-4 minutes of the game. Just late goals in the end to seal the win, getting 3 points, go home, and then we're on to the next one, semi-final of the first leg against Inter Milan. Again, this is going to be a very tough game, like I said. I mean, the fact that they are unbeaten in the league, and I don't know where they are in terms of the Champions League, but this is going to be a tough game. Semi-final, 2 legs. This is similar to Carabao Cup pretty much. So, you play 2 legs over, in the semi-final. We scored a very early goal, but unfortunately it was ruled offside. It was an offside quite a mile. 16 minutes in, here comes Inter Milan. Here comes Lautaro Martinez. Finesse that one outside of his boot. Scoring the first goal, 1-0. Not quite ideal, but it's even not ideal when Lautaro Martinez scoring another one pretty much in the extra time, and unfortunately we just couldn't really nail we just couldn't really nail the game at all. And somehow Inter Milan scoring a last minute goal, Jonathan Davis scoring the third goal, and it is going to be stanked because it's not exactly what I'm expecting, honestly. I don't mind losing, but the fact that losing to the last 2 goals was quite painful, especially both goals were conceded during the added time as well. So it seems like the cup competition is done at the moment, 3-0. I mean, what's the possibility of scoring against uh, 4 goals against Inter Milan, or having a 4-goal difference against Inter Milan? Very slim, especially they're unbeaten in the league as well. And right now we scored the first goal again. Inter Milan won once again, but this time traveling at home. But we just have a lot of struggle against this team. Last season, I believe we did beat them 3-2 in the opener, or kind of one of the opening games. But later, in the later game, we just couldn't really find the form, despite scoring a go-ahead goal right there, 2-1. Ferdy scoring his first goal for the club after signing for the club around 2 months ago. And later on, a very silly challenge by Caselli in the box, especially it was only 5 more minutes in. And Nicolo Caselli unfortunately picked up a yellow card and also given up a penalty as well. It was a bad challenge. I have no idea why he slid in like that. And later on, Jonathan David, wow, just a beautiful penalty. Aiming at the bottom right corner. Caprelli went for the wrong side of the goal net. So 2-2, and right now what we can do is trying to make amend and trying to tie the game, but unfortunately this time Calafiori, our left back, our youngster left back, just stood his foot out, or actually might be not. Caselli, I'm very surprised. He conceded 2 penalty within the span of 5 minutes. Yeah, within the span of 5 minutes, and it was an equalizer. It was a winner. In the end, we lost 3-2, and I felt like the league is pretty much over at that moment. We still have AC Milan up front, and also Inter Milan to fight against. But honestly, this career mode, or this season is more about trying to win the Champions League if we can. It doesn't matter about the cup competition or the league competition, Serie A. Well, we won the Serie A, which is good, but at the same time, it will feel good if we win, all three of them at the same time. But right now, all eyes on the front, all three competition at the moment. But coming into this game, a big one as well. Against Spurs, semifinal, second leg, we're losing 1-0 at the moment. We score an equalizer. It was kind of lucky. It was a ricochet or hit the post right back to Esposito scoring the equalizer, kind of an equalizer, 1-0. And later on, added minute time, we have to go to added minute time, but Caprelli has been keeping us in the game throughout the whole time. And pretty much the last part of the attack right here. And here comes Ginotto, crosses in the middle to Pellegrini, but unfortunately hit the post, hit the woodwork, and we go into the penalty. And this is going to be a tough one. I'm not very good at penalty. You guys know that in the last game, I believe so. In the last game, losing to Inter Milan, 2 penalty conceded, and I somehow couldn't save any one of them. So here is the first one for Pato. Just missed time with the shot right there, blasted over the bar. We missed one, and Richarlison scores. The most punchable face footballer ever in the whole world. Scores. Ginotto got the timing right and blast that one to bottom left corner. We got one back. 1-1. And here comes Terrier. Scores. Caprelli guessing the wrong way. And right now Spurs had a upper hand. Pellegrini. And not sure why the goalkeeper not picking a side at the moment with the game stage like this. Eric Dyer, his penalty has been saved by Caprelli. We're still in the game. Here comes Caselli. Got the timing right, and he is going to drill that one top right corner. Good penalty. And here comes Scarlett right here. And this time, I thought he was going to go down the middle, but he got it right. And here comes Bove. And he is going to score this time to top left or to the left side. And right now, Caprelli has to save this penalty against Hakimi in order to advance to the semi-final of the Champions League. And here we come. Oh my God. It was not close, but you know what? It's fine. We're still in the race. Here comes Pato, our right back this time. And he is going to score. Goalkeeper still frozen in the middle. Not sure what he's doing. But here comes Basuma against Caprelli. Caprelli has been amazing for us, but can he be the champion? Can he be the MVP of the game? And this time he can, and he saves the penalty, and we are through to the semi-final in the Champions League. Caprelli, he has been pretty much, if you're talking about a series or a game, even though it was 2 games against Spurs, he is definitely the man of the match. He was the one who kept us in the game through 2 legs, and I cannot thank him enough for that. And looking at the round of 16, potential opponent that we might be drawn against is actually Real Betis at the moment, but we don't know the extent of it at the moment. But you know what? What a relief. And still, even though we're advanced to the semi-final, we still need to focus in the league as well. Yes, we lost to Inter Milan, potentially widening the gap a little bit more than usual, but we still have to play. I think we still have around 9, 10 more games to go. And against a very weak side right here, the Italian side. I could never pronounce this team's name correctly. But you know what? They gift us a gift. You know why? They got one of the players sent off within 2 minutes of the game. It was very silly, to be honest. Scoring the first goal, scoring the second goal, 2-0 within 12 minutes. We already won this game. There's no way. There's no turning back. Vignedo getting his very rare start as a central attacking midfielder. You guys remember he was the center forward, but I kind of, transform him into a striker role at the moment. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good at the moment. Playing as a central attacking midfielder. No competition ahead of him today. This is more of a friendly game in general. Pellegrini scoring another one. And 5-0 already. I could have probably put on Ramonto, our newly signed striker. But look at Pellegrini. Look at him. He every time when he has the ball, he's through on goal. It's pretty much the same patterns of play. And we make it 7-0. I don't know how many goals he scored already, Pellegrini. Probably 5 or 6 at the moment. This is probably a 6-1 right here. 56 minutes in, 8-0. The biggest, or yeah, I think this is definitely the biggest score line I've ever played. I think so. With this career mode or with this team, certainly yes. Romano getting a little bit of fun towards the end. With 6 more minutes to go, pretty much so. Scoring another one. Could have probably go for a double digit if we be a little bit more clinical, but you cannot be more clinical than that. Right now, we're trying to end the episode against Fiorentina. Again, I'm going to adjust the starting 11 just a little bit. Romano coming back into the lineup despite being out for 3 months. Still, he needs to build a little bit of a match sharpness. 5 minutes in, here comes Forpado scoring the first goal. Within 5 minutes in, a good finish on top of that. And 8 minutes later, here comes Fiorentina, and they got one back. It was a very scrappy defending in general, just couldn't really get the ball away. Same as the scenario. 20th minutes in, here comes Fiorentina, just a back heel past Neto to number 19, scoring the go-ahead goal 2-1. 55 minutes in, here comes Fiorentina. And out of nowhere, just poor defending in general. Everybody seems to be asleep at the moment. I'm not quite sure how. I don't know. Is it because we won 9-1 in the last game? That's why we kind of not take the game quite seriously. It looks like that way because defensively it's just horrible. 4 goals conceded in this game. Later on, 78 minutes in, here comes Exposito to Podenzi. 3-4, but I think at the moment it's way too late for any of the comeback. We take an L yet again. I just can't believe it. I mean, we feel like we have thrown the league away, 6 points away from Inter Milan with approximately with 8 more games to go. So it's going to be a tough games ahead of us. Again, it is going to be all down the line on the Champions League at the moment. I'm okay. I might be a little bit of I'll feel bitter if we somehow lose the cup competition or the Serie A competition, but right now I think you guys know the focus right now is on Champions League. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in a bit.